So a little bit of chaos in the garden. I guess that's normal this time of year. I've got some more plant starts that I need to get out into the garden. These are the garden huckleberries and some eggplants and things like that. And I've got some more beets and some more cabbage. And I'm also trying to get this row put in. This side of the garden is much more compacted because it was a pathway that I was using all last year. So it's been walked on a lot, and you can see how big the clods of dirt are. They're just super compacted. I'm going to have to break those up and get some organic matter in there. I put a few tomatoes. These are just little cherry tomatoes that have been growing in the house, and I just stuck them out here. My lettuce is still under that tunnel there, being protected, and it's doing a great job. My garlic is doing fantastic. It won't be pulled until June, but it's doing really well. I'm happy to see that. And some of my little English peas that I planted are coming up, but this was very old seed, and so I kind of get what I get here. I probably put 20 seeds in the ground, and I think I've got 7 or 8 that came up. And I have more beets here that I planted from seed these are coming up nicely. I don't know if you can see the little, there they are. Yeah, they're coming up. So more beets. And then my volunteers over here, I thought I had 3 squash plants that came up in my compost pile from last year. And I probably have 10 or 12. It's kind of crazy. And then all of these potatoes that just sprouted for some reason. I must have chopped up a potato and decided not to use it or something, and it it came up, so a bunch of them. So, but yeah, I've got squash all over the place, and I'm gonna have to thin these out. Nothing will happen if I just leave all of these to grow. So I'm going to have to thin them pretty heavily. So that's kind of sad, but it happens. My blackberries are starting to come out of dormancy, and my fava beans are coming up. These are the fava beans that I'm growing for a crop. I want to try the fava beans, and I have this whole long row here planted with them, and they're coming up, so I'm happy about that. I have more fava beans in my other garden that I'm using as a green manure / cover crop. But yeah, over here I want to grow them for the beans, so that's cool. And then I'm going to have to take those onions out. I planted them last year. I just threw the seed out here, thinking it was very old and it probably wouldn't do anything. And come to find out it's the wrong kind of seed, so they will not bulb up. These are long day onions, and we need short day. So we've got tons of Swiss chard that came up, the volunteer from seed that I had let get scattered here, so that's nice. Some more onions over here, and my comfrey is doing really well that I popped out of another plant. I took a few crowns and from this one, and I'm putting them all around. So those are doing really well. Comfrey is, I can never have too much of it. Here's this artichoke doing really well, and more comfrey along the edge of the garden here. And then my little artichoke that I planted late last year is doing really well. So we might get artichokes from it this year. We'll see. But yeah, that's the chaos of the garden right now, at least in this garden. It's it still has so much work to be, there's so much work to be done in here, but I'm happy to have some green things in here, things growing and work to do. So it's always a challenge, but always fun. So anyway, that's this garden, and I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.